dog. He's definitely a dog of 9 lives, though. He chased a rabbit and almost fell into, well, he fell into the pond. I had to go through the ice and get him out. He ran out the door chasing a squirrel and almost got run over by a fire truck.
We came home, and usually he comes to greet us at the door. We can hear him barking before we even unlock the door. And when we got in, he tried to come out and greet us, but was dragging the back half of his body with the front half. He couldn't move his back legs. And we knew right away that obviously something was really wrong. Went to the emergency room, and that's when we found out that he had to have his first surgery.
And what did they say it was?
They said he had multiple discs that were slipped and out of place.
So somebody in genetics in his family was set up to have bad discs, which is evident when you look at the spine. Most of his discs are degenerated, and many have collapsed before.
For the next, basically the next year and a half, year and 3/4, he was great. No pain at all. And
Come on, bud. You got it.
yeah, and all of a sudden, this is, I don't know, March, February, somewhere in there. Just having massive neck pain. He didn't want to move. He didn't want to do anything. Every movement hurt. And, we went back to the same specialist that we went to the last time, and it was going to be even more expensive than it was for his back.
Knowing how much pain he was in, and the fact that we couldn't afford to go to a specialist again, putting him down just seemed like the most humane thing to do, because he was just miserable. He was unhappy all the time. He never moved. He just laid in his little corner.
He lost like 30% of his weight. He wasn't eating, he wasn't drinking water. So that's when we got in touch with Doc. It was kind of like he could diagnose him before anything even happened. Like, he knew it was wrong the second he walked in.
You just look at his face and you can tell him he was in pain that he couldn't stand. Now, that kind of spinal pain is undescribably painful.
And what was it what was his problem?
Well, he had a disc in his neck that was prolapsed and pushing up on his spinal cord. In fact, when you look at the CT scans, you probably wouldn't believe that he could even walk. He should have been paralyzed.
He knew what he wanted to do, and he laid out the options and everything that, payment, what kind of timetable he was on.
So this guy's a rambling wreck from Georgia Tech, and if we look, we can see this disc is bad. These two have been operated. This disc has calcification. That one's bad. Most of them are bad. That one's bad. So being able to see it says it's degenerated, and the body has filled up calcium and mineral in there. So when you ask what caused this, you almost have to conclude it's genetic, that he's got the bad genes and got unlucky. So as we can see, it's really fun because the end result is so miraculous. Reasonably and physiologically, Max should not be able to walk.
Thanks to Dr. Kilburn, after going from him being unable to move, he's back to jumping, running, playing, just living life like a happy dog again.